just around the door now. It's a bit grey today. In the morning it was nice and sunny, so I thought I would come here to have a look at the location which I know quite well. Just to the left there is a main Danube River bank. Here is a small sort of pond. Here is a bit of ice which I wanted to capture, and some water and some grass. This is how it looks. But as you see in this picture, there is not much. I just see some ice. There is some colors, but I want to do something different. So what I have with me is the Singh-Ray golden blue polarizer, which is a very funny filter. I didn't use it for quite a while, so I thought I would give it a go today. And it changes the colors from blue to purple. Oh, the swan is landing. So let's give it a go. So this is the frame. Now at the moment I'm the 50th of a second f11 with ISO 200. This thing takes about 2.5 stops of light, so I will have to adjust the exposure in a second. But as I'm mounting it, you can already see the difference. First of all, I lost the light, so I'm increasing those 2 stops, so to ISO 800, and I will change to 30th of a second, so just to compensate for the video. The change is dramatic, as you see before and after. Now when I rotate it, look what's happening with the colors. So I get the blue cast, and I get sort of muddy magenta, purple. So if I put it sort of like in the middle, I can get some nice sort of warm colors. Another trick to it for post-processing, obviously this filter is affecting the white balance a lot. What I did before, I think I took a picture with the frame with the grey card, and I set the custom white balance using this as a reference. And if I change now in the camera the white balance to custom, you see immediately the difference. So this is theoretically the correct white balance to this light. But the blue cast, so the green, the sky sort of was grey, and it is grey, but the blue cast on the water, or the, as you see now, stays. So now it's a matter of taste which effect you are really after. I like to have personally this sort of reddish cast, so I will go again, I will change white balance to 6000 kelvins. I might change it a bit lower to 5500 kelvins, and I might correct it later to my liking in post-production. So I like this sort of bluish effect. Let me focus on this, on those pieces of ice just in front of me. I'm in manual focus. I'm using a cable release to reduce the shake. Now I'm at ISO 800, but because I was using it for the video footage, so I want to go all the way to ISO 100. From ISO 800 I'm going to ISO 400 is 1 stop, ISO 200 is 2 stops, ISO 100 is 3 stops. So I'm at the ISO 100 at the moment, so I have to now compensate with the shutter speed, so I'm going slower. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're at the 4th of a second, so we should have at the moment exactly the same exposure times. So we are at the 1/4 of a second, and let's take a picture. And it looks nice. Look, there is no movement really in this water, so even the long exposure wouldn't really help. So let's take another shot. And it looks quite nice. I mean, especially on this grey day. So now if I take this polarizer off, so now let's go to 30th of a second. So now I'm back in movies mode. And now let's take it off. And see, this is with and now this is without. Now let's look at the picture we shot with the polarizer, with the golden blue polarizer. I mentioned before, I used when I put on the golden blue polarizer, I also took a picture of the gray cards, so just to give me a reference for the white balance. So this was shot as a daylight from the camera. We can set it as a daylight, but you see there is still this purple magenta cast. If I use the color picker to set the correct white balance, it would, now this is perfectly gray and white, so it shows me 4000 kelvins minus 69 towards green channel. So we could use it later for something else. So now this is the picture you've seen actually when I was filming. So this is how it looks right after the camera. Now if I go to this white balance, so what was it, 4050 minus 69, it looks more natural, but it's a bit too green, so you have to adjust it to your liking a little bit of. So I'm pulling back towards this magenta, it gives me something. So I have this blue cast on the water. Let's get rid of the spot. I think there is another one here. Now, okay, let's reduce the highlights. There's not many highlights anyway, but let's just bring back the shadows. Let's add some contrast. So it's about 20, 30 as by my preset. Add the clarity, and I like to add some vibrance. I would like to still expand the dynamic range, so I won't go all the way to the blacks until I see the clipping here in this triangle. Actually shows this is the deep here, and increase the highlights, so it just overall increases the contrast of the picture. But it's too pale for me. I think I will still make it a bit warmer, so I'm going towards 4500 kelvins, so I get some colors here. Let's just increase the clarity, sorry, the vibrance, increase the clarity a bit, and let's go towards roughly about 5000 kelvins. Add some vignettes. I just slightly correct this, and I might also do like a 16:9 ratio here, just to get more focus on these eyes. It's a bit higher, and that's basically it. I mean, there was really, on that day, there's not many colors, so I don't really expect something fantastic. But I might also to play here with the hue of those. Now this is too reddish. Of those bushes, this is but a little bit of red wouldn't hurt. Maybe we can also twist something in those blue, that make it a bit darker, sort of, yeah. And the yellow more. So let's get some green. Let's go get the color picker. So I'm increasing it, and that's basically it. But so now if you compare those pictures with and without the golden blue polarizer, basically the same scene, but we're getting the colors. I'm not saying this is a perfect picture, it's just something different. Can be a lifesaver from time to time, but you shouldn't overuse it. Sometimes it's better to use 0 filters than too many. But again, depends on the taste. Till next time. And I'm going to make some more pictures, maybe in a different location.